Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. This is my Finish It Friday video for Friday, February 21st, 2025. So if you want to see what I've been working on this week, please stay tuned. I've been having a great week in the sewing room. I am so excited to share my progress with you this week with everything that I've been working on. I have been following my list sort of closely, but we'll just kind of go through it. I don't know if we should go through the top of the list or if we should go backwards. Today, let's switch it up. Let's go backwards for February. Now, the stuff that's at the very bottom of the list, the sewing machine repair and stuff, we're not even gonna worry about that because I haven't done any of that. But I have gotten a little bit of sewing today, so I'm excited to share those little bits with you. We'll just go one at a time. I started making my practice block for my niece's quilt. I have the pattern here. It's called Stairway to Heaven by Lori Dickman. This is just the cover. The pattern is over here somewhere. But I have been working on that this week. I made a lot of half square triangles, and as my leader ender project for this block, which is, it's a log cabin sort of, but it's like a log cabin, but each log has units on, like it's a whole thing. So I've been using my additional half square triangles that I need to make as leader enders, some because I still need about 190 something half square triangles to complete this quilt. But this is the first round and like 1/4 of the second round of the block. So I am making progress on it. I started on it, but it's not hard, but you really have to pay attention. So I am working through it kind of slowly. And as I said, I still need to do the additional half square triangles. In addition to cutting all of the little strips to length. And I think that that's just a part of the process. As soon as I get the practice block made, then I'll have a better idea of what I need to do as far as getting those other things created. And I think I can just do assembly line sewing, once I get fully focused on this. I think it's just chain piecing a lot, but like I said, paying a lot of attention to know what's gonna come next. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna use a ton of scraps, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it comes together. I just need to get a few things out of the way so I can truly focus on that project. Now, number 2, looking here at my list, number 2 on the list is to work on my great grandmother's quilt. I did make some progress on that this week. I will show you, I was working on it a little bit before I started filming. So I have, this is like the back of the quilt. So I'll try to show you the back and then the front, I don't know. But I have the pieces that I was trying to fix. My mom marked them with safety pins so I can kind of show you because I put the safety pins back. So this is one little interfacing section that I did. I hope you can see it. And then if I flip the quilt out, let's see, it's gonna be right here. So it's this little rip that got, the interfacing is behind it to stabilize it. I am going to be doing some embroidery there. Let's see, another piece that I did, I put a little piece of fabric behind it. I gotta find it, so let me see. Where is it? And if you don't know about this quilt, it was hand pieced by my great grandmother, and my mom has asked me to repair it and turn it into an actual quilt. So I'm in process of doing that now. So here's the second one that I did here, and I put a little piece of pink fabric behind it because there was kind of a hole there. And then the front of it is right here. And again, I am going to embroider over that so that it won't be noticeable. And then what I just did was I worked on this cheddar and blue block here. So this is the part right here, and then there's another part kind of close to it. But let me show you the interfacing first. So there's one here, and then as we look at the quilt, I don't know how close we can get to where you can see the little holes right here that I've covered. And then on this side, on the little cheddar section, wait, let me make sure I'm looking at it correctly. And I'm not. I gotta find the interfacing again. So, okay, right here. So, right in here somewhere, there's some little holes. Okay, but they're on this side. So there they are. Okay, so this quilt, I don't really have very much more interfacing to do, and then I can start prepping for the embroidery. I am excited about it. I did take a minute and prep one of my hoops so that I can start practicing on it. So it is right here. So I have a hoop with some fabric in it that's ready. I'm not even sure, like I watched a couple videos. I'm not sure I did this completely correctly. And to me, the fabric is not quite as hard as it should be, like as taught. But I'm gonna try it out, see what it's like. And I do have another hoop that I'm gonna be putting the quilt in to get everything together and to start some embroidery. I have 3 sets of patterns that I can try, so looking forward to that. It is going to be a new adventure, so I'm excited to see how that comes together. Now, for the number 1 thing on my list, it's that Jacob's Ladder quilt. I'm so excited to share my progress. We have to go upstairs to see what I've gotten done so far. And then there's going to be another snippet of the video because the quilt is actually on the long arm right now. And so you'll get to see that before we end this video. So first, let's go upstairs. I have the finished Jacob's Ladder block here, not Jacob's Ladder block, Jacob's Ladder quilt top right here on the floor upstairs. I love, love, love how this quilt looks. I think it is wonderful. I like the layout upstairs. I have it vertically here. Downstairs, it was horizontal on the design wall. And of course, it looks completely different here, but I'm so happy with it. I think it is going to be just perfect. I think it is a great size. So I am really looking forward to getting it finished. I brought it upstairs so that I could look at the backing piece that I thought I had for it. And there's not enough backing. If you look here down at on the right, there's not enough backing. There is a bit here at the end, so I might be able to put it along the side there and have some left over. I'm concerned because it's going to be really tight. My plan is to quilt it with a pretty, with a stipple, or not stipple, yeah, but a meander. So I might be able to do that. I just think that I'm going to be playing backing chicken with this, but I think that that is going to be the best option. Plus, I really want to use this backing. I'm estimating the quilt at about 60 by about 72. I know it's not quite that because I had to cut my block smaller, but it's so cute. I'm really happy with how it's come together. Let's see. I want to zoom in and show you the stuff that I really like about it. I love this secondary pattern with the 4 patches. I know that the bottom 2 look the same, but one of them is black and one of them is blue. So we get this pattern here, and then on the next block over, we get a solid square, or what looks like a solid square with all the grays coming together. But I love how those 4 patches are formed as the blocks intersect. I love the big X's that are created. Even with the half block or the half of an X on that side, I still think it's great. And I like the way the colors came together. I went through a time trying to get everything, you know, to a place that I could live with it, with the lights and darks. The only issue really that I had, but I didn't notice this until I was putting it together, was that these green squares and these green squares kind of meet right here. Ideally, that should not have happened, but it is what it is. It turned out really great. So I am looking forward to finishing this up. I'm going to do a stay stitch around the entire outside of the quilt before I put it on the long arm. And I'm going to recycle some binding from other quilts. So I'm excited to see what that's going to look like. But it looks really great. I'm so happy with it. Can't wait to see this thing finished. I went ahead and put the Jacob's Ladder quilt up on the long arm. I have it up here long ways, so I have to do hopefully fewer passes than if I had it the other way. But I'm so excited. The batting and backing are already there. I have the quilt just sitting here. I have not even basted it down yet. There is stitching there, but that's my stay stitching. So my next step is going to be to get this basted, and then I can get started quilting it. I'm going to be quilting a simple meander pattern all over the quilt, and I think it's going to look really great, and hopefully it won't be too difficult. I'm really excited about this quilt, looking forward to having it finished. I hope that you have enjoyed the adventures of my sewing room this week. I'm so proud of what I've been able to accomplish and really looking forward to getting these projects finished. I think getting this Jacob's Ladder quilt will be amazing. Oh, I have the binding. Let me show you that before I close out the video. I took my leftover flange bindings, and I'll kind of spread this out a little bit so that you can see it. And I took the ones that had black and gray, and some of them had red in them, and I've just stitched these end to end. I stretched them all around the quilt, so I'll put that picture right here so you can see everything all stretched out around the quilt. And then I've stitched them end to end, so my binding is ready to go. I just need to get the quilt quilted, which hopefully will be within the next week. I can have it done before the end of the month, which will be amazing. And then I can get this bound. It's going to be such a cool project. I love how everything is coming together. I love the cheeriness and the brightness of that quilt. I think it's going to be perfect. So I can't wait to see that finished. Also looking forward to learning some embroidery for my mom's quilt. Can't wait to see how that comes together, in addition to 2 graduation quilts, 3 graduation quilts, and just every other little thing that I'm thinking of trying for this year. If you have any questions about what you've seen in this video, leave them in the comments below. Also, if you let me know what you're working on, what you're excited about for the coming week. I can't wait to see what you guys are working on too. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.